know if you're there. Send us a message if you can see this as a tester. Someone looks like people joined, don't they?
I don't know
Right guys, we'll get started then. Anyway, so hello, welcome to our first Facebook Live stream. A bit of a football one for you today. As you can see, the whiteboard's here, so we'll go through different points, different sort of activities you can do whilst at home. First of all, we've got 4 activities. I understand we can't see the whiteboards clearly, the lighting's a bit shining on it, so it's reducing the visibility. But 4 activities, we've took a picture, we'll add up to our Facebook page within the next few hours, so you guys can see it and practice at home. So first of all you need is 4 household items. So as you can see, I'm not at home, so I've got a mug, hand soap, a tissue box, and a pot of pencils. Okay, so those are the 4 items I'm going to use, but I'm going to start with 2 only. So I will have these 2. So first football drill is a figure of 8 practice. Okay, so all you need to do for this one is move in a figure of 8 shape. So as you imagine, an 8 shape. So if I have these 2, it's going around, and I'm going in 8 shape, and I'm going continuously. Okay. The aim for this one is to have small controlled touches with the ball, and you're going to slide them around making your 8 shape. Okay. So all I'm going to do is have my items 3 steps apart. 1, 2. Actually, we'll do 2, just because of my space. So pick an item to start at first of all. All you're going to do, all I'm going to use is my right foot. I'm going to move in a figure of 8 shape around the items, and I'm only using my right foot. So I'm using inside, my sole, my laces, okay, and I can move it however I like. Okay, so this first one is 30 seconds. We've got it on our whiteboard here, 30 seconds, then 15 seconds rest. And we'll continue for 4 sets. So we'll do that for 4 sets. So as you know, do 2 on your left, 2 on your right, and just keep varying it between the 2. So I'll do my first set right, second set left, keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, so I've got a timer. I've got my lovely assistant hidden behind the camera. So as soon as I say go, I'll start working for 30 seconds and then have my 15-second rest, and we'll keep repeating for 4 sets. After that, I move on to the next one. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, go. Only use my right foot nice and sharp, moving the ball, small little touches, inside, outside. If I have to use my sole, that's fine. And if it does happen mistakes like that, just adjust to it, reset, calm down, relax.
3, 2, 1,
and relax. So, as you saw, I knocked down the item, doesn't matter, just amend it. If this item you need to stand up, just stand up, reset, get back to your where that you were at before. Now 15 seconds and I've got my left foot. This one's going to be a bit different obviously for some people because they're right footed, but obviously it enhances, improves both your feet. And go.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so little touches like I'm doing, using the left foot only this time.
Seconds. 3, 2, 1, stop there.
Whew. Okay, with this one obviously, as we've only got 2 yard distance, you can obviously make it bigger if you want to have a bit more of a challenge. Or if you've got a garden and stuff like that, you can obviously do 5 steps, you can do 10-step difference. But if you want to do it inside your house, have it just 2, and add it to 3, make it bigger throughout. So this time, if I can, I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger for this round only. So this is set 3, and it's a bit of a blow up too, so after 15 seconds, get ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
So right foot now only, it's a bit bigger, so now you've got a bit more of a straight run with it, and a lot of little touches, and little sharp movements to do your turn.
Three, 2, 1, and stop there.
Okay. This time, just a bit different. Okay, I'm going to make mine a bit smaller for this final set, just to make it a bit challenging. The only reason I'm doing that is just to show you different ways you can vary or change the distance in between. Obviously this time, oh, that was a bit loud. So this time obviously, it's going to be a bit more harder, it's a bit more of a tighter gap, have to take smaller touches, have to be more accurate, more precise with my movements also. So left foot this time, final set.
Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
So there's a lot more sharper movements, a lot of little steps, a lot of little touches. Whee.
5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, stop there.
Okay. Right, in between each set also, if you have a question, put it in the comments, and we'll try to either type it or just speak it out for you guys. So then obviously you can get your answers for it. So, give you about a minute if you want to write a question down, if you want to give us, sorry, I'm blowing. If you want to give us a question, obviously, just write it in the comments. We can just answer it through text, through type, or just by speaking out loud. Okay, moving on. So that is exercise 1 done. So as soon as you do 4 sets, like we said, you can change the distance in between. Have it smaller. If you noticed, I knocked it over twice because obviously it's a smaller distance. So you need to make sure you've got a better touch, a bit more control. Oh, hello, John. And also, if you see sometimes, if I'm turning to my left with my left foot, I'm using my outside of my left foot. If I'm turning to my right with my left foot, I'm also using my inside. Moving it, as soon as I'm turning my left, use my outside to then move to my left. Okay? Right, for this next one, you might not be able to see it. It's called a sideways slalom. So for this one, okay. Oh, who's that? I've got 3 items, sorry, I'm going to use the tissue box also. I'm going to make 3 little points in a straight line, you can see. So just in a straight line, we'll do about 1.5 yards, maybe 2 if we've got enough space. So maybe 1.5 and 1.5 again, and we'll have a little bit of a distance in between. Right, for this one, it's going to be a little different. So instead of moving in diagonal directions, it'll be more of a straight line. Okay? So I'm going to show you actually by going this way, because this one is very important for how you're moving to. So if I show you just like this from a sideways view, my body stays on one side of the line. The ball is going to move both sides of the line. So if I start here by the tissue box, I'm going to start this side. I'm going to roll the ball up, across, and I'm moving across with the ball. I roll it back, stop, rolling across, stop. I move it up and across to the far side of my 3rd item and back. So my body stays on one side of the 3 items, but the ball is always moving. So if I move it at a bit more faster speed, I'm using all parts of my feet, inside, outside. and I'm moving the ball a bit more sharper now, but look, I'm always in control of the ball, and I'm always just moving it in that direction too. So it's a bit of a slalom through the items, but your body and yourself stays on the same side. Okay? Right, if you have a question, don't forget, add it into the comments, and we'll be happy to answer it for you. As we said earlier for the figure 8, the bigger the distance, easier it will be. So if I was to do now, I have more space, obviously get the ball and bring it back through. Later, we'll make it more smaller, makes it a bit more challenging, makes it a bit more harder for you. Okay? So, for this, little things to help you. First one, stay on top of the ball. So that means, trying to make sure your body, if I'm doing it from the side, I'm stood up, my chest is up, and I'm always just control of the ball. So if I'm bringing it across, I'm staying on top of the ball as possible. I'm not trying to reach for it. I'm just trying to move it in a sideways movement. Best sort of parts of your foot you can use, so and inside, but you can obviously use other parts. And your movement, as we just spoke about, we did it from this way. All I'm doing is just moving sideways and back. Okay, sideways and keep going. Okay, for this one, just like the one we've done previously, 30 seconds of work, 15-second rest, and it's worth 4 sets. So you can do 4 sets, and you can use both feet. So as you saw a minute ago, if I've got the ball, I'm always using both feet. So then move it around the items. Okay? Really important this one, make sure your shoulders face forward. Okay? And you're not changing your body, you're always just facing one position. So if I'm playing there, I move forward and backwards a little bit maybe just to reach the ball, but I'm moving sideways when I have the ball. Okay? So, first set, 30 seconds. My lovely assistant's going to start the timer in a second. Okay? 3,
Ready?
2, 1, go. Okay, bit more challenging this one. So as you were just seeing, it's the figure of 8, then obviously another item. But as you're restricted in your movements, it makes it harder obviously to have control. So if you're a younger person, if you've got a son or daughter which is 5 to about 9, might say bigger distances, and they can move with the ball. But then if you've got an older son or daughter, make it a bit more challenging, or if they're watching now, like we just said, try to stay in front of the ball and make sure you stay on one side. Okay? Right, set 2, same way. This time let's see if I can get my quality back.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, stopping there.
Ooh. Okay, if you like to also, obviously as you see, I always start one side and move to my right. You can start from the opposite side and go opposite way, but makes no difference obviously because you're moving both directions anyway, so you're moving to your right and your left. Okay, this one, just for those, just to see the difference. That fits in the camera. Yep. And this one, I'm going to angle it a little bit more so you guys might be able to see me a bit more clearer. Okay, a bit more of a distance in between, and then gives me more time to adjust my feet and move and regain the ball. So I'm going to start this side this time, and when I get told go, I'm going to wait up 30 seconds. And also, as you see, having items which are a bit more of weight, a bit more easy for you. In case you do knock it over. That's all.
Stopping there.
Okay, this time, I'm going to make it a bit more smaller for those who want more of a challenge. Okay? So this time, I'm going to be really precise, really focused, really determined to make sure I'm taking smaller touches, but also on my toes, moving the ball nice and quick. Okay, gets you more used to tight controls, tight areas, sorry, with better control. Okay, third set.
Ready?
Ooh, yeah.
5,
Little.
3, 2, 1, go.
And also, if you make a mistake, you might challenge yourself. Whee. Then go a bit longer. So this time I'm going to do 30 seconds still. I'm going to restart from 30 seconds.
Last 10. 3, 2, 1. Stopping there.
Ooh. It's a bit of a burn too. Maybe it's just because I'm unfit. But actually, I challenge myself, push myself to do a bit more because of my mistake. So I know I'm better than that, so I should be trying to do that without hitting any item, and also always having control of the ball. So, as we did, give me a second. As we did for the figure of 8, I'll give you a minute, just 1 minute, sorry, so you can see, to think of any questions you have. So that one's a bit more complex, a bit more difficult. So if you want a bit more assistance with it, you want to ask, why do you do this, why do you do that, how can you do a bit more easier, add it in the comments and we'll get some answers over to you. So, this time, this one is the T shape, so the ball and you move in a T shape. Okay, it's a bit of a race too, so all it's going to be is a speed and control test. So you've got to try to go as fast as you can through it. I'm going to show you first of all how to make it. Okay, so you need your 4th item now, which is my pens, my pen pot. So I'm going to make a straight line. I'm going to do it this way so you can see a little bit better. There's going to be 3 in a row. Okay. Oh, I'm going to do that for you in a second. 3 in a row. As I'm in a classroom, I'm going to make it a little bit smaller than I was going to. Okay? So a bit of a T shape. So if you see here, sorry I'll put it there for you. This is my start position. I'm going to go up, dribbling with the ball, turn left, go around the far item, go all the way across to the pen pot, all the way across, back to the middle, and dribbling with my ball all the way back to the coffee mug at the back. Okay, so my start position. So this is start and finish position. So just to show you again. So start position, I'm going to dribble up, turn left, and dribble up, turn left, go around to the far right of the tissue box, all the way across to the pen pot, back to the middle, then back to the start position. So what you're going to do is not timed, there's times to see how fast you can do it, but not timed as a restriction. You try to do 4 sets, and you need someone else's help for this, or you can do it on your own. I'll try to do it on my own really quickly. What is this? Is this yours? That's fine, no problem. So, if I want to, if I am on my own, I can just time it on my phone and do it myself. So I might, for example,
So 3, 2, 1, and then go as quick as I can. Moving the ball around the box, around the back to the start. 7 seconds it said roughly, about 7.5. So my next turn, I'm going to time it again, see if I can beat it and beat it. So obviously the more you do it, the more practice you'll get, the more used to it you'll get, and you kind of learn how big of a touch. So there's a bigger distance, you might take a bigger touch, so there's smaller distances in between, and obviously take a little smaller touch. So this one is the T, so like we said, speed and control test, 4 turns, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and alternate between feet. So we'll do 4 sets, 2 on each foot, or if you'd like to, just do both feet. I'll do both feet now. Okay, so if I'm just going to use both feet, it's 4 times as quickly as I can. So the timer's going to shout 3, 2, 1, go, and then I'll try to see how quick I can do it.
3, 2, 1, go. seconds.
6.6. So this one's quite short and sharp compared to the other ones because obviously we do 30 seconds worth of work, so I don't need that much rest. So I can go again whenever I feel comfortable. If you want to have a drink of water, go do that. If you just want to have a 10-second breather, easy as that. You decide. So you're quite flexible with this one to do when and whenever you like. So I'm going to go when my counter shouts, go.
3, 2, 1, go. .2 seconds.
Ooh. I'm in the same sort of ballpark, but obviously they're a little bit different. So obviously with this one, as you see, I move to my right first. These next two, I'm going to go to my left. I'm going to go to my right, sorry. I turn to my left for the first two, so I turn to my left. These two, I'm going to turn to my right, so I'm going to use my left foot to turn. The left foot again to turn here, then go up. My left foot to turn, back to the middle, and go. So it's opposites now, so I'm using my opposite foot for each thing. So obviously with this one, if you turn to your right, you normally use your left foot to turn. If you turn to your left, use your right foot to turn. Okay? Right, I'm going to do opposites this time. Just up this side, and my count is going to go.
3, 2, 1, go.
Mm.
6.4 seconds.
6.4, so a little bit different. I'm still in the same ballpark. Okay, obviously you get preferences. My preference is to use my right foot more. I'm more right footed, but obviously the more you practice with both sides, the better you become. So I'm in the same sort of area at times, but let's see if I can try to get under 6. That's the aim. Last one, big challenges.
3, 2, 1, go. 6.3.
Ah, no, not quite. It's close though, it's close. Okay, so it's quite simple this one. A bit more of a race rather than a learning aspect, but you can still learn in it. So with that one, I learned my right side is stronger. Obviously, people have preferences. You've got a strong left foot than right foot, then obviously you're going to get used to turning on your left foot more and using that. Okay? Remember, 1 minute I'll give you. Add any comment you like. I'm just going to scroll. See if we have. What else we got? Ooh, a few new people. Right, sorry, first of all, I don't know everyone's name, but first of all, my name's Aaron. So if you've got any questions, you can just say, Aaron, I want to ask you about this, ask you about that. I'll be more than happy to help. Okay. So first of all, we've got about 5 minutes left because we're just planning to do a short, sort of sharp 30 minutes of video. Okay. For this one, this next one, I made a box, made a square. I've got 2 footballs. Okay, ready? So for this one, I'm going to start by a tissue. So I've got 2 balls, and this is a test of speed and control. So you're going to move around the square. That's the aim. But when you get to the 3rd item, so I'll go around. This is 1, This is 2. This is 3. I leave the ball there. I get a new one. I then repeat. So you're going to move the ball around the 3 cones, 3 items. So my pot, my mug, my tissue box, and my hand soap, and stop it at the 3rd cone every time. So you should finish when you've hit all 4 cones. Okay? Might be a little bit confusing, but we'll go for a demo first. So this one will be 4 sets, and it's to see how quickly you can do it. Okay? So this one a bit more challenging. So obviously, as we said, I can make a video, I'll put it on Facebook just to show you how to demonstrate how to do it yourself. And also, like I said, the whiteboard's going to be on Facebook too. So this test this is a test of speed and control, coordination and memory. So you've got to remember, I've got to go to the 3rd cone, stop, find the new ball, get to the 3rd cone, stop, and keep repeating, repeat. This can be with 2 or 3 balls. So if you want to have a bit more of a challenge, you can have 3 balls. But I would say first of all, just get used to it, see how you go, and then obviously you can build on from there. So this one, just a demo. I'll do 3 sets of actual testing to see how quickly I can do it. Probably takes about a minute, but as I've got a few balls, I've only got 2, it might take me about 45, 50 odd seconds. So first one's a demo, so I'll show you. So you move up, this is item 1. Item 2, item 3, stop. I get a new ball. Item 1, item 2, item 3, stop. I take this ball to the 3rd item, which would be the pots. 1, 2, 3, stop. Next item, should finish where the other ball is. 2, 3, stop. 3rd item now should be the mug. Okay, so I'll take a new ball. 1, 2, 3, stop. Get the next one. So it's just moving the ball around the square. And now as soon as it gets back to this one, should be the stop, should be the end. Okay? So I get the new ball, move around, and it stops at the same place. Okay? And I go around again. As soon as I get back to the same marker I started at, it's over, relax, you're finished. Okay? So there should be 3 sets of that, and then 3 sets of that, sorry, and then you'll be good. Obviously, as you saw, I'm doing it to my left, which means I'll use my right foot to turn. This time I'll do it opposite way, I'll keep changing in between sets. Okay? Right, if you've got a question, remember, add it in the comments, because I'm more than happy to answer any. Because obviously, we'll try to sort out the angle, we'll try to change the angle, so next time when you see us, it can be a bit more easier for you guys to see too. Okay? So my timer is going to time it. I'm going to go opposite way this time. So it should be 1, 2, 3, and obviously I'll keep going. Okay?
Ready?
So it's just to see how quickly you can do it, a bit like the last one. Okay?
3, 2, 1, go.
Stop.
23.3 seconds.
23. Okay. I planned it with 3 balls, so maybe that's why that took a bit longer, obviously. Obviously for this one, I made it a bit small, a bit longer. So I've got 1, 2, 1, and about half. So we'll leave about 1.5. 1, 2, 1, 2. So about 2 steps per in between each item to make the box. So obviously that time might be a bit different to the second round, but we'll see. This time I'm going to the opposite way. I'll go to my right first. So I'll go up to the mug. Okay? So this time, try to see if you can beat it, try to see if you can challenge yourself. But as we learned in the last section, the last drill of the team, you have preferences in where you turn. So this one, that might be easier for me to turn my right foot. Okay?
Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, it's under the desk. Oh yeah, I actually missed that one. I'm going to relax there because I realised the balls are going all over the place. So another thing to make sure on this, have control of the ball, make sure you kill it, you stop it, so otherwise it's going to start rolling away. Okay? So, 3, 2, 1, go. And stop.
34.
34. Bit uncontrolled, but now next time I know that, so I can bear that in mind next time I try it. So that one's a bit more of a blowout, as I meant quite tight. It's kind of like going in a circle in a way, isn't it? So I could make it a bit more of a rectangle shape, so I might say, I'm going to bring these out, I'm going to get rid of this, and we'll come back to this later. We'll make it a bit more of a rectangle shape, so I've got short sides and I've got longer top and bottom. So it makes it a bit more, so make sure it's a bit more challenging. So we'll do one more set of it just to show you how to do it and see if I can beat my last score. Okay, and then this time, remember you can have 2 or 3 balls. Obviously, the bigger the square, the easier it will be for obviously balance, coordination, and stuff like that. So this time, same way. Obviously, you've got a longer top and I've got a longer bottom side of the square. Okay, so last one, try to get under 13. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. And so.
32. Beat last
That's
time.
right. Okay. It's hard obviously because I wanted to try and push myself, try and get up to 30. Also, I made a bigger area so obviously it consumes more time. But it's a good blowout, good practice to get more touches, more control. Practice those turns too. And obviously, as you can see here, I'm blowing a little bit. Okay? Right, as we mentioned, we'll get this on Facebook as a picture. And if you've got any questions, comment on the picture on Facebook and then we can answer it back and give you the answer for it. And also we'll have a visual little diagram of how to do each one. There'll be a video of it so we can show you. Okay, cheers. Hope you enjoyed and I hope to see you again this time next week. Brilliant, cheers, have a good day. Stay safe, wash your hands.